This video shows you what happens when you use a large diameter light tip compared to a small diameter light tip. Here we can see this split mold, just putting it together. If you think this mold might be useful, it's available from Ultradent. We're going to use Transcend composite in this case. We're just going to pack the composite into the mold. And note we're using a white background. We'll put some mylar on top, flatten the top surface, position it underneath the curing light at 0mm distance, turn the light on, and as you can see the entire composite is kind of glowing, but only the composite that was underneath the curing light tip actually cures. This in itself is a very valuable piece of information that shows you that unless the composite is under the curing light, it doesn't cure so well. We're now going to take the specimen out of the mold and put it into some acetone that will remove the uncured material. We're now going to repeat this experiment using the Valo X curing light, which has a much wider light tip. Again, put the mylar on top, flatten it, position it at 0mm underneath the light. We're going to use the same exposure time as in the previous video, using the smaller light tip. Again, you can see the entire composite is glowing. Now, when we remove the composite from the mold, you can see it's hard both at the top and at the bottom. Using this mold, you can clearly see there's a difference between these two curing lights. We're now going to go ahead and immerse that in acetone for 15 minutes. After we've taken out the acetone, we can see the effect of the tip diameter is clearly visible. The larger diameter light tip fully covers the specimen and appears to fully cure it, whereas the smaller diameter light tip doesn't cover the specimen and it doesn't cure the composite at the edges. As an interesting side note, if you shine the light through the specimens, you can clearly see that the light on the left is not so homogeneous as the light on the right. And it also doesn't cover the specimen entirely. And that's the reason why the composite doesn't cure so well. Thank you for watching this video, which is just meant to be a simple demonstration to illustrate the differences between a large and a small diameter light tip. If you want one of these molds, please contact Ultradent.